What's up, guys? Danny here from the Lasercast, and we are recapping The Last Drive-In from Friday night, May 7th, on Shudder with Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy the Mail Girl. And it was a great night for horror fans, for the mutant fam, because the night started with one of my favorite movies, Ginger Snaps. I love this movie so much that I have a DVD of it that I got, and I'm not making this up. It's 2021. I probably got this DVD 20 years ago. To prove that, there's not even a booklet in here, and there are 0 special features on the back of this DVD. There's nothing. It doesn't even say, like, menus. That's how old this DVD is. That's how much I love this movie. This was one of those movies that, for horror fans my age, and I just turned 39, this was a big thing that you would see it, and then you would run to show your friends. Joe Bob mentioned it last night that really this movie became a big deal thanks to HBO, which put it into its circulation in mid-2000. I probably saw it around there, whether it was from HBO. I was actually going to college by the fall of 2000, so I might have seen it there, or I might have seen it on a bootleg or a DVD, but I saw it around there, and this became one of those movies where my friends and I would talk about it all the time. We were huge fans of both Katharine, Isabelle, and Emily Perkins. Emily Perkins, of course, was Beverly Marsh in the original 1990 Stephen King's It. Katharine Isabelle would go on to be, she's pretty much a horror icon in her own right. She would do Freddy vs. Jason. And of course, if you have not seen it, American Mary. Amazing body horror film done by the Saska sisters. Joe Bob loves this movie. And I really enjoyed hearing him talk about how much he loved this movie and trying to explain why this movie didn't get the box office receipts that it probably should have. And to Joe Bob, it all comes down to one thing, and it's the title of the movie. And I don't necessarily disagree with him. Now, a title such as like Werewolf Carrie or The Werewolf Sisters probably would have made a lot more obvious what the plot is. Ginger Snaps does not tell you this is a teen werewolf movie. It doesn't say that. The main character's name, or one of the two main characters, Katharine Isabelle's character's name is Ginger. She snaps. As Joe Bob said, the opening credit sequence, which I saw somebody on Twitter, it was somebody who's prominent in the horror community. I don't remember who exactly it was, so I don't want to falsely attribute a tweet, but the tweet said something to the effect of, the opening credits of Ginger Snaps is better than many full-length horror films. And it is. John Fawcett, the director, does an amazing job of using these like snapshot photos of the two sisters in the movie, the Fitzgerald sisters, enacting these death scenes. Really, if you look at the drive-in totals that Joe Bob gave, there was a lot of stuff that dealt with dog murder. There is a lot of dog murder. You don't see it though. So if you're squeamish about animals, no animals get killed on screen. This is not Cannibal Holocaust. Do not worry about that. But he also gives a lot of props to Karen Walton, who was the writer of this film, and basically talks about how her and John Fawcett had this like epic 4-year process of making this movie, from the writing to the rewriting of the script, the editing, and so on. And basically what this movie is, if you've not seen it, to give you as few spoilers as possible, this is basically if American Werewolf in London met Carrie. And I don't want to say that there's it's not Carrie in the sense that Ginger is moving things with her mind. It's Carrie in the sense that it's teenage girls who are going through puberty. They're getting their periods, and there's a lot of, Joe Bob makes a lot of menstruation references. He called this the best menstruation movie since Carrie. And they even described how in Canada that you would go into some stores and in the pharmacy there would be a, quote, castle of Kotex, which I laughed out loud too. Darcy does a very good Ginger-inspired cosplay at the end of this, to the point where the letter she hands Joe Bob is soaked in the fake blood that's on her hands, and she doesn't even want to. There was this model that she wanted to show that she didn't want to bring out because she didn't want to stain it with the blood, which was a lot of fun. Like I said, if you've not seen Ginger Snaps, go out of your way to see it. Go on Shudder, watch it, and Joe Bob's commentary is fantastic. He actually says he pauses, he interrupts the film an extra time just because of how much he loves it, and he said that the only thing that he does not like about this movie is the title. He should check out this DVD that has no features. The second movie on Joe Bob's Last Drive-In last night, wow, this one is a doozy, folks. And you know it's going to be a doozy when Joe Bob has an opening monologue about heroin and how heroin gets a bad rap. The second film was Fried Barry. Fried Barry was the first world premiere shown on the Last Drive-In since Scare Package, and Darcy would not let Joe Bob forget about a certain Hogza. So take that. This is a South African experimental sci-fi horror drug trip. I think I described it as, imagine if Scott Pilgrim actually shot heroin. That was what you were watching. There's Requiem for a Dream with aliens. This movie is just absolutely insane. And I don't know if I liked it. I don't know if I ever want to watch this movie again. But it needs to be seen at least once to believe. Ryan Kruger is the writer-director. This is his vision, and what a wacky and crazy vision it is. I wrote down my favorite thing from the drive-in totals, which was attempted bar sex with national anthem. The drive-in totals for this movie were phenomenal, and of course, the drive-in totals included penis surgery. And the second I heard the words penis surgery, I tweeted, uh-oh, if there's penis surgery, that means we might need a Mangled Dick expert. And wouldn't you know it, we got a phone call from the resident queen Mangled Dick expert herself, Felissa Rose, star of Sleepaway Camp. And always great when Felissa joins The Last Drive-In, even in a phone call. It's, Mangled Dick. It's a Last Drive-In tradition. My favorite thing in Joe Bob's ranting at the beginning was when he referred to this movie, and he said this is the first and only time he'll ever use this phrase, Fellini-esque. I don't know about that. I don't know if Fellini ever made a movie like Fried Barry, but this is definitely something. Like I said, this movie is on Shudder right now. Go watch it. This might be one of those movies where you want to wait until everybody else in the house goes to bed. You definitely don't want the kids walking around. Charlotte has been on our channel before. Charlotte and I are doing a Saw franchise watch. So my 10-year-old daughter has seen 3 Saw movies now. She's watched The Exorcist. She's seen movies way beyond her years. I did not want her watching this movie. There are very few lines that I have. This was a line I drew where I said, no. I was rewatching parts of it this morning, and she walked in, and I paused it. I said, no, out. So take that for what you will. I want to shout out Dr. Wolfula, got the Silver Bolo. Congratulations. Really fun YouTube channel there. Darcy, Lassercast, we love you, Mutant Fam. Hey. But yeah, I recommend Fried Barry. Joe Bob was great. Commentary, as always, was on point. Ginger Snaps, definitely the better of the two movies. But Fried Barry is an experience to behold. So that's it for The Last Drive-In. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to my sister and her fiance for one of my 2 birthday presents is this awesome shirt. And it's the only time you'll ever see me wearing a shirt with the Friends logo, okay? But with horror icons. My daughter, Charlotte, really loved this shirt. So thank you, Emily and Erica. And that's it for The Last Drive-In. Keep up to the Lassercast. We're going to have a lot of stuff coming up for you. Saw franchise ranking. We're going to do a live video after we watch the new film Spiral from the Book of Saw, which debuts on the 14th. And then we're going to do a Saw franchise ranking. Pete's going to have a review of Saw 6, I believe. Charlotte and I are going to be back with a video of Saw 2 and 3 back to back. And we'll talk about those. And we'll see you soon on the Lassercast.